Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Brian here. I just want to show you guys this little clip, then we'll talk about it afterwards. It's about Chris Christie and a couple other things, but I just want to show it to you, then we'll talk about it afterwards. It's only a minute 17.
Look, Margaret, I've been consistent on this. I believe the conservative, smart approach is to let the states make these decisions. And that's what I think they should do. And that's why I said I wouldn't sign a 6-week national abortion ban as Governor DeSantis. And now, just recently in Iowa, Governor Haley has said she would sign a 6-week ban. I don't think you can say one thing in one place and something else in another. You need to be consistent. For 50 years, Republicans have argued that the Supreme Court took this decision away from the people. I think this belongs in the hands of the people of each individual state. We see a great Democratic small d event going on right now across the country in places like Michigan and Kansas and Ohio where people are voting. Let's let the American people vote in their individual states and decide what they want this policy to be.
So better for the party not to have a national policy, essentially, is what you're saying.
I believe that's true. I believe that's what the Constitution guides us to do, and that's where we should stay, and that's where I've been. And I'm concerned, quite frankly, Margaret, that candidates in this race have been all over the block on this.
Yeah.
And it's not right. People deserve to have a straight answer from you, and that's my straight answer.
Alright, everybody, I wanted to talk about this a little bit. This clip, I saw this and I was looking at Chris Christie updates and stuff. So, I mainly was making this clip is because out of all the Republicans running, he's really the only one that has a common sense approach to abortion. Let each state decide. If a state wants to outlaw it, okay, that's the state's decision. If the state's people decide that. If the state's people decide they want to allow it, let each state decide. And then you've got people like Nikki Haley, who, when she was in South Carolina saying, let's be real. She said this on the debate stage, let's be real. There's no way it's going to get 60 votes in the Senate. No way, even if Republicans control the Senate. She was right about that. And she said that even if it would get that, she wouldn't do that because it's a state issue. And then the other day in Iowa, she says, oh, yes, I would sign a national 6-week abortion ban if it was on my desk as president. The point I'm trying to make here is, why are the radicals, to me Nikki Haley's a radical, being painted up in the Republican Party? Chris Christie is the only true Republican. Now listen, there's a lot I disagree with him on. And I think he's very corrupt. I think he's very much establishment. But look at who he's going up against. A failed president and who said suspend the Constitution and sent a mob to the Capitol. Oh, a guy that has absolutely no experience and has extremely radical views. There's a lady who's a war hawk, who, yes, Chris Christie holds a very similar belief to, but she's much worse with it. Not only is she a war hawk, but she's a flip-flopper and a career politician. He's going up against a governor who has recently gone more radical to try to appease things, and an old, senile old man. Well, we'll take Joe Biden out of it. We'll talk about just the Republican primary. But why is he being painted as this villain? He's the only... I never thought I'd be saying this, but Chris Christie is the only Republican that is willing to tell the truth. And that's a huge issue, that you only have one candidate out of multiple others that's willing to speak the truth and tell the truth about Trump, about other candidates, about just everything. And it bothers me. It really does bother me. Hey, Republicans need to wake up and see who their candidate really is. See who the best person to win the election is.